Today, I'm running a whole marathon with absolutely zero preparation. No long runs, no nothing. Also, it snowed yesterday, so that makes the whole idea of running a marathon even more ridiculous. But why am I running a marathon? That's simple. The other day, I was watching How I Met Your Mother, and this one specific scene caught my attention. Barney Stinson basically explained how to run a marathon in the most beautiful way possible.
You don't train for a marathon, you just run it. Here's how you run a marathon. Step 1, you start running. There is no step 2.
And honestly, I kind of believe he was right. I won't spoil the episode for anyone, but let's just say Barney managed to run an entire marathon and he still had enough energy for a little spicy detour with a lady. So today, I'm going to test Barney's philosophy in real life and see if running a marathon is really that simple. But before I destroy my legs for the next 42 kilometers, let's talk about where the marathon even comes from and why someone decided that 42 kilometers is a reasonable distance for humans. Marathon started with a guy named Pheidippides, a Greek messenger. Legend says he ran from the battlefield of Marathon all the way to Athens, which is about 40 kilometers, to deliver the message, "We won!" And then he collapsed and died. A truly inspirational start for a sport. Fast forward about 2400 years, and humans looked at the story and said, "Yeah, let's do that for fun." And boom, the modern marathon was born. However, the official marathon distance wasn't 42.195 kilometers like today. It changed a few times until the 1908 London Olympics, when they adjusted the route so the race would start under the windows of the royal family and finish in front of the royal box. So, the distance I'm about to run today basically exists because the British royal family wanted a perfect view. And that brings us to today, where the marathon is no longer a message run or a royal spectator sport, but basically the world's most extreme "why am I doing this to myself" activity. Seriously, marathons have turned into a global phenomenon. For example, over 55,000 people ran in this year's New York's marathon. Honestly, that's the cool thing about marathons today. It's one of the few challenges where literally anyone can show up, from elite runners to hobbyists, and share the same starting line. And it doesn't matter if you're doing it for fitness, for fun, to prove something to yourself, or in my case for a YouTube video. I truly believe that I'm capable of doing this challenge. I've always been active, and recently I've been doing a lot of judo and kickboxing, so I feel pretty good about my cardio. Also, every year I take part in our City Nights run, which is about 7 kilometers long, and I can run that pretty easily. Once I walked almost 60 kilometers a day, so if you consider the fact that I can run 7 kilometers pretty easily and walk for 60 kilometers not that easily, I should be able to run a marathon. The plan is pretty simple. I was messing around on Google Maps and it seems like this route is roughly 40 kilometers. I will start and finish at the same spot. If I need to run more to fit the 42.195 mark, I'll run around the finish line a bit. 3 friends are helping me with this challenge. First one is Bruno. He'll help to record me on the start and he'll meet me almost halfway so I can refuel with some water and energy gels. Next volunteer is Adam. His role is very important because he'll run the final 10 with me, he'll pack food and nutrients and pace me so I can finish in a good time. We'll meet around the 30th kilometer. The last friend who signed up to help me is Kubish. His main goal is to meet me and Adam before finish line, bring us some water and help us with recording some footage. Alright, so the run officially started. The first few kilometers actually felt surprisingly okay. Breathing was good, legs felt light, and for a moment I thought, maybe this won't be that bad. Everyone always says the biggest mistake beginners make is running too fast at the start. And since I'm already doing the entire marathon wrong, I might as well get at least this one thing right. I was heading toward the first checkpoint where Bruno was supposed to be waiting for me, but then the first problem came up. So I've came across the first problem on my run. I'm currently on 6 kilometer and this part is closed. So I'm gonna have to run back all the way there and run on this
separate route here, so wish me luck.
And just like that, I got back on track and kept running toward Bruno. And honestly, the run up to him was still completely fine. No pain, no drama, just smooth, comfortable running.
So it's been 10 kilometers already. I'm gonna eat this. And yeah, so far so good. My legs start to hurt, but it's not that bad. I think I could finish it pretty easily today.
And this is where the wisdom of the modern day philosopher Barney Stinson comes back. The guy literally said, "Step 1, you start running." And in that moment, I was starting to believe he might actually be right. Even though I started 15 minutes later than planned, I still managed to meet Bruno 15 minutes earlier than expected, and honestly, I was really happy to see him. After running alone for so long, seeing a familiar face felt like a mini victory. Bruno had water and gels, so that was exactly what I needed. Meeting him gave me a small boost of energy and confidence, like, okay, maybe I really can do this. For a moment, everything felt under control. The pace was good, my legs still worked, and the whole challenge seemed doable. But little did I know, that things were about to get way harder.
So far, I've run 20 kilometers, which is almost the half of the whole marathon. And I'm so happy because here's a bridge which I'm about to cross, and since that I'm gonna be running back home, so things are going great so far. I am tired, but these gels and water that my friend brought me really helped me to run further and faster, so yeah, everything is great.
Running is simple, just one step after another, but the longer you go, the louder your mind becomes. It's you against the road, you against your limits. And somehow, that battle is still what makes running beautiful.
It's been over 21 kilometers and I've run a half marathon so far. That's great. And I think it's time for another energy gel.
Reaching the half marathon point felt amazing. But right after that, everything started to change.
Okay, this is kilometer number 25 and I think I'm heading towards a big crisis. I think my legs will fall off pretty soon. My pace is still pretty my pace is still alright, but I think I'm close to hitting the wall. But luckily, my friend is going to help me. We should meet in a while. He also gave me these shoes for this event, and he's gonna run the last 10 kilometers with me. Also, he'll bring me some energy gels. Energy gel. Yeah, so that's good. And yeah, I cannot be walking like this. I need to get back to running, so I'll turn off the video and yeah, I'll just push through the pain.
Oh yeah, the wall. In marathon world, there is something called the wall. It usually hits between 28th and 35th kilometer, and it's basically the moment when your body says, nope, we can't do this anymore, we are done here. So suddenly, Your legs start feeling like concrete, your pace drops even if you're trying your hardest, your brain starts giving you the darkest thoughts, and every kilometer feels like 3. But here's the interesting part. If you push through it, the last few kilometers can actually feel easier again. Your body kind of accepts its fate and just keeps on moving. I knew I had hit a real crisis. No water, no gels, nothing left in my tank, and Adam was still 5 kilometers away. Those were the longest 5 kilometers of my life. But when I finally saw him, I swear I had never been this happy to see another human being. And in that moment, he wasn't just a friend. He was basically a rescue mission on legs. He gave me a shot of magnesium, some water, and a sweet energy bar. And just like that, we kept going. He paced me, kept me moving, and suddenly the marathon didn't seem impossible anymore. The kilometers slowly started to disappear, one by one, and we were getting closer to the 40th kilometer where Kubish was waiting for us.
So it's about 2 p.m. right now, and I'm already on my way to meet the guys. I got in some water and something sweet to kick the energy level up. We had the first snow during the last night, as you can see, but even this didn't stop these guys. And I already see them. Here they are. It's about 0 degrees. It's actually really windy, but these two guys know the chill.
We met Kubish, and suddenly the final 2 kilometers were the only thing standing between us and the finish. I reached the starting point again, but of course, I still wasn't done. I had to run a few extra meters just to hit the exact marathon distance.
42.1 final meters.
Absolutely last few meters. Bring it home.
Potem jest fajne. Bang. Yeah.